So Stu, what width are these tires that you brought me today?
We got some 165s. Brand new rubber.
165s, dude. This is gonna be sick. All right, guys. So on today's video, me and my boy Stu here are at Englishtown again for the second day. Shout out to Chris Knapp for getting us back on the track. Last time we were here, it was raining pretty hard, but I really wanted to do a dry day. It's really nice out today. It's a perfect day for drifting, so we are going to be drifting my wagon. I'm gonna take all the stuff out, drift in my house, and Stu's got his fully built 940 drift wagon in the trailer over there. So I got a bit of a plan. Chris opened up the straight section for us so we can get a buttload of speed and chuck the biggest entries that we can possibly chuck. So that's kind of gonna be the goal today. We're gonna do like 130 wheel horsepower versus 350 wheel horsepower big entry comp on the big straightaway. So what do you think, Stu? Who's gonna win this one?
I don't know, we're gonna see. You were fucking swinging that thing on Monday, I'll tell you that. I was impressed.
If I can, it depends on how much speed I can get into this, but I'm hoping for top of third. Top of third would be sweet.
I'm gonna click fourth.
Honestly though, pretty good amount of tread. Like they're not down to nothing. They got tread on them.
I'm honestly surprised at the level of dry rot. I was trying to look for a date on them because
yeah, we got some dry.
25 years old.
This is my kink. It's called dry erotica. Yeah, I really like this kind of thing. Englishtown road course. We meet again. All right, guys. So this track's really cool. There's tons of little layouts that you can do. So what we're gonna do though is, as you can see, we got this big straight coming down here up to this thing, the barrier. We're gonna remove this barrier, kind of drag it over there somewhere, and that way we can get like a ton of speed coming into the entry up here. So that's where me and Stu are gonna do big entry contest. So drag this away. Shit, dude.
You got a fire extinguisher?
Yep. All right, guys, we had a bit of a mishap. Not too sure what happened, but Stu's car started on fire. So I'm sorry, Stu. This happened to you, bro. We can let's take ride-alongs in my car, I guess. Oh, sorry, dude. That's lame. But the good news is we got to look on the bright side. The whole car is not a pile of scrap metal. So looks like, you know, what did it damage? Like a couple coils, some wires.
Yeah, so we're going to take a damage report eventually. It'll all get fixed.
Oh yeah.
This is not what I was hoping for today.
Stu's a good mechanic, but there's a pretty good chance that like this back line might have split open, causing the fire. It's tough to say, really.
System is a soap system.
But
maybe we should douse it just with soap.
Yep. Damn, dude, that's like. So for all you guys watching here, fire extinguisher in your car, but a big one, because like we ran out of the small one pretty damn quick.
I went through 2 fire extinguishers and my fire suppression system. It seems like this circuit on the suppression system got fed last, but there was something coming out of here. I think that kind of helped, you know, kind of subside the initial
It could have been gnarly, like it could have been way worse, right? So.
Yeah,
Is what it is. Part out, guys, part out. I'm gonna take this turbo and manifold, the dual wastegate setup, if you don't mind. Maybe this into.
Yeah, I got you, no problem.
Good deals. I'll just
reused, I swear.
I'll just put it on my roof rack back home. We're good. Oh, dude, crazy. All right, so we got our 165 wide tires on the back. Pumped them down to 30 PSI. So we're ready to go. Unfortunately, Stu's out for the day. Obviously his car had a little boo-boo over there, poor thing. Luckily Stu brought his backup 740. Same setup, you got a red block in this thing?
Yeah, built red block. You know.
Is it a TX arcade on it?
Or yeah, it's got pretty good angle.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh shit, dude. Yeah, that's not bad. Oh, that's better than my car, I think.
quite responsive. It's got good return to center too.
Pretty sick. Let's see you drift. Needs like a lower tread wear tire in the rear.
Yeah. Yeah, I got some accelerators I was thinking about throwing on it after this set wears out.
Yeah. But he'll be back. But I guess it's just gonna be me, guys. So Stu will get some good footage from out of car. I'll take him for a couple ride-alongs in car as well. Yeah, really looking forward to doing a colossal sized entry. Hopefully it all works out. Let's see how it goes. Jack and the Beanstalk coming out of this rim right now.
Organic.
Or organic. All right, I'll do the first practice with you in here. Yeah. We'll test it out, yeah. All right, guys, so we're gonna come barreling down this straight, and then we're gonna kind of get onto that straight, and then I should be able to get it into third, and we'll see. I'm gonna kind of have to map out like where I want to enter. That's fucking classic. Holy fuck, bro. Okay, these tires are slippery, but they're not as slippery as I thought they would be. Like, they have a little bit of grip still.
I feel like they're doing just what you want them to do.
I think they're fucking perfect. Okay, that's awesome. Okay, I'll put you out there before the tires are blown up. All right, let's get it. First little test run was good. These tires are at probably the perfect amount of grip, honestly. So we're gonna get a ton of speed. God, that was insane. Oh man, so shout out to Luca Car Mods for the TXR angle kit. This thing's working amazing. Shout out to TXR for making a really simple little bolt-on angle kit that works really well. I think I'm getting a little bit of tire rub in the front wheel well at full lock, so you know, we might have to do like a little bit of a different wheel setup if I really want to optimize this. But dude, this thing is chucking hella good. Big shout out to FISCH Racing for the sick hydro e-brake. Wouldn't be able to chuck entries like this without a nice little hydro setup. So we're gonna give her one more, and then we're gonna flip the tires around because it's really wearing out the one tire more than the other because we're drifting the one way. So let's see how she goes on round 3. Holy shit. Holy shit, dude. This is crap.
It looks fast from here.
I can actually enter a little later. Because if I'm chucking it, that was like 90 degrees for sure.
Yeah.
So if I'm chucking it that sideways, I can enter a little later and it'll actually bring me down there.
Yeah.
How's the tire?
You have that whole extension.
Yeah. Yeah.
Just mainly like right here.
Let's are probably good for one more, maybe. Yeah, we'll give her one more. Yeah, that looked crazy, dude, but I just didn't have quite enough speed to like really get it to where it needed to go. But
I caught the flick. The flick was hard. You're
yeah.
like, yeah, you're coming at me.
All right, guys. So I'm getting like a crazy amount of speed. It is. I don't know how fast I'm going. I don't have a speedometer, but it is going. So I just got to enter a little bit later and then I can chuck it pretty much fully backwards and I'll be able to get it right into that hairpin. So let's give it another go. One more. Okay, I went off track a little bit there. The tires are getting slippery. Okay, I haven't been able to completely dial it yet. We're gonna keep going until we can dial this in. All right, guys, so I'm blown away. I've never done entries like that. Actually, you know, you could pretty much consider it a backy, as the drifter guys call it. So me and Stu were just hanging out here doing a little bit of calculations on the top speed calculator. So the diameter of these tires and wheels is 24 inches roughly. The RPM limit of this car is 6,500 RPM. And the third gear of the M47 transmission is 1.37 to 1. And then we got a 4:10 ratio. So when we calculate that, that brings us to 82 miles an hour at the top of third. So I am more or less at the top of third when I'm entering. I might be like, you know, a couple hundred RPM short. So we can pretty confidently say that I'm entering at, you know, around 80 miles an hour. So 130 kilometers an hour. Which just doing that in my house on a road trip while I am like 3,500 miles away from home living in this thing is pretty cool. So me and Stu slapped the cooler on the top just to make it look a little
aerodynamics, really.
Yeah, and like what we were thinking is that when I'm sideways, I want the front end to come back around. So the cooler, if we put it at the rear, it's gonna act as a sail and it's gonna grab the rear and actually give it a bit more more traction kind of and bring the front end around. So it might actually like help do these entries potentially. So we're gonna get back out there. Stu just swapped the tires around because we were wearing out the one side a lot worse than the other. So now that we swapped them around, we should have, you know, at least a little more life left out of them before they kick the bucket. But honestly, dude, like, how many runs have I done now? Like 8 or like 7 or 8 or some shit?
I think 8, yeah.
And like, these aren't even, like, look at these guys.
They did not have a lot of tread to start with.
They didn't have a lot of tread to start with, and we still got a lot of tread. So we were kind of unsure of how long these were going to last, but they're exceeding our expectations tenfold.
Yeah, I'd say.
So, and I don't even think they lost air, dude. Like when we started this and we pumped them up, one of them was like leaking really bad out of the bead, but I almost feel like it just solved itself.
Yeah.
It was like, just it heated up a little bit, kind of sealed it up. But yeah, guys, so another big shout out to Chris Knapp for getting us on this track. My dream and what I was really hoping for, you know, in as far as drifting this car goes, is I really wanted to throw some huge ass entries. And for me, one of the funnest parts of drifting is just getting a buttload of speed and chucking that thing completely sideways, you know, dropping it down to second and clutch kicking out of it once you've scrubbed all your speed, more or less 90 degrees. So I'd say we pretty much have achieved what my goal was here.
I'd say so.
Yeah, so very sorry that Stu's car blew up and started on fire.
Yeah.
You know, it would have been really cool to see him, because his car's a lot faster. You probably could have got up to 90 miles an hour before chucking it.
I was looking forward to bringing some meters down the street.
But dude, next year I'm coming to do this trip again.
Hell yeah.
We're gonna do the same thing.
We're gonna make it happen.
Yeah, it's gonna be dope as hell. So whether or not I'll bring my own car, or, you know, me and Stu were talking about, we might actually like build one here that I can just like have as a drift car on the East Coast.
Yeah, dude.
You know, a lot of these YouTuber drifter guys are doing that these days.
Yeah.
They're like stashing cars in different states to
It'll
drift.
be like Ebisu, you know. We'll just keep your car here.
Yeah.
And when you want to come over and
Like an Englishtown Volvo.
Yeah.
Yeah,
exactly.
dude. Hell yeah. All right, well, we're gonna get back out there. We got a couple more hours here. So once I haven't done an entry yet that I believe to be a 10 out of 10. You know, we got a couple 6 out of 10s. We had like an 8 out of 10, but I really want to chuck it completely sideways, top speed, and just really line it up into that hairpin perfectly. So I'm going to keep on trying until I get that. We got another pair of tires over there. So once we're done doing the entries, we'll probably slap those ones on, and we'll do a little bit more of like the whole track drift. But yeah, for now, let's throw it real big. All right, guys, so we swapped our tires over. We got a little more tread on that one side. I didn't realize we actually bent the rim when I dirt dropped it there the one time. So I'm gonna try to stay out of the dirt. I don't really want to bend my axles and whatnot. Okay, let's try that again. I need to chuck it a little bit later, I think. I'm literally getting like oversteer just trying to run up into it. Those ones
It
are
looks so good with the cooler on top.
We popped a tire. That entry was real good though. All right, guys, first tire casualty. We pumped this thing up to 40 or roughly 40 psi. It might have been a little too much because once it got hot.
I'm actually getting a little nervous holding this thing now.
Yeah, like, totally. So luckily, it didn't completely delaminate. Sometimes what happens is the tire will delaminate and then it'll actually wrap around your brake lines, which is never fun. You know, I think Stu said he has had like some brake lines ripped because of that.
I keep like two
Stack.
sets of them on here.
Nice, yeah. Yeah, I've been lucky enough that's never happened to me, but I've had it where I went under there and the brake line was like wrapped around the axle and it was about to snap, but it didn't.
I can usually feel it in my handbrake. Like my handbrake will get
tight.
Like,
Yeah.
It'll have no pull
Just
to
pinch it off. Yeah, totally.
I'll go around there and it'll be pinched off.
So what do you think? Should we should probably put on the pair. So, well, I mean, this other side's doing pretty good though, I
You
think.
can get away with doing one side. This is the side that takes all the abuse.
It is, yeah. Like it's still got tread on it.
Let's put one on.
Yeah, let's put one on and then it'll wear through that side and yeah, fuck it. All right, so we put some more tires on. We're gonna keep on throwing it. I think I got a couple that were like a 9 out of 10.
Yeah,
I'm gonna
solid 9 out of 10.
I'm gonna get a 10 out of 10 here.
Yeah, we're looking for perfection.
Yeah. So this is pretty funny, guys. I'm actually like grip driving this section so I can maximize my speed. Holy shit. Okay, that was a little too sideways. But it was backwards. Like these knuckles are able to, you know, if I had a little more grip on the rear tire, the front end would come around. All right, let's go, let's go. Holy fuck. Jesus. Holy fuck, dude. guys, so we're down to our final pair of tires. We kind of kept taking one out and then putting another one on, so got a couple more runs in us. That was pretty good, but we weren't quite able to pull out of it, so. All right, guys, so what a day this has been. Threw down some of the sickest entries I've probably ever thrown in a Volvo 740, and it just happened to be in my one of the more stock cars that I own. I got a couple back home that are a lot more built than this thing, and this thing was doing real fucking good. Me and Stu were kind of talking like the soft stock suspension. It works pretty good for this kind of.
It did seem to work really, really well. Like, you had a nice balanced grip coming around these big high-speed corners. It didn't feel like unsettled or like you had to bobble it or anything.
And the cool thing is this track isn't, it's a wonderful track, don't get me wrong, but it's not like the smooth, there's some sections that are a little bumpy. It's got a couple dips and bobs and stuff, and the
surface kind of changes a little bit too.
For sure, yeah. So this thing just soaked up all the bumps, and it was like we were drifting like a couch pretty much around this track. It felt pretty good. So unfortunately, Stu's car, started on fire. But things like that happen when you modify a car so heavily and everything's custom. Sometimes things can go wrong, but I know this guy and he's gonna come back and build this thing even better. What do you got, like a stroker crank and a bunch of other cool parts for it now?
Yeah, Penta 2.5 liter block going into it with forged pistons and all the goodies, and we're gonna do some head work to another head that I got, poured it out real good.
Hell yeah.
Same turbo setup and everything.
Yep. Yeah, well, I mean, when he slaps it back together, 500 wheel horsepower should be no problem out of this thing. So I know Stu likes to detune his stuff because you really don't need 500 wheel for any track anywhere, really. It's better to have a reliable 350 wheel as opposed to an unreliable 500. But it's sad that we couldn't see Stu chuck some big entries, but I'm definitely going to be doing this trip next year. I've had an absolute blast doing this, guys. It's been probably one of the best experiences of my life, being able to travel in this thing, meet so many cool people. You make some lifelong friends, that I'll be keeping in contact with for forever, really. So we'll pretty much leave you guys right there. Me and Stu are gonna go hit up a Mexican restaurant and get some grub. load the 940 back in the trailer, and pretty much good to go. So next I'm going to either Georgia or Oklahoma. We're gonna see how time is doing. I'm gonna try to get this video edited and uploaded for you guys ASAP, so we're not too far behind on the videos. But yeah, so it's looking like I'll be back home in British Columbia, Canada around like December or something or other. Probably mid-December is looking like probably the goal. So like and subscribe for spicy hot Volvo gravy. Peace out.